morning. And of course, the Treasure State is an amazing place if you're interested in hunting migratory game birds. This week in Fish and Wildlife, we take a look at some of the more basic regulations and safety tips you need before heading out looking for those birds.
This week in Fish and Wildlife, sponsored by your local Montana Toyota dealers.
Thursday morning time once again for This Week in Fish and Wildlife. We're at Region 3 headquarters. Joining us this morning, Warden Captain Adam Pankratz. Adam, we're right in the middle of hunting season, but there's some specific things we need to talk about with migratory waterfowl hunting. Let's just go into some of those things that we maybe need a little refresher on.
Yeah, thanks, Chet. One thing we want to remind hunters as they're going out there waterfowl hunting is that Montana's big. We're a huge state, and like with our deer, antelope, and elk hunting districts, there's different areas for migratory waterfowl. We have the Pacific Flyway and the Central Flyway that kind of splits the state in half. And within the Central Flyway, there's districts too. Those two areas have different kind of seasons. They also have different bag limits for species. So reminder to waterfowl hunters out there, depending on where you're going, make sure you check the regs. Double check the species limits and season dates as you're pushing into December and January.
We also have some regulations in place on what you can hunt them with. I mean, as far as shells and that kind of thing. Let's go over some of those tips as well.
Absolutely. Some real common regulations that most waterfowl hunters know, but a good reminder is ensure that you don't have any lead shot in your bag, in your boat, in your gun. A lot of us are using the same firearms to hunt upland game birds, and sometimes we're swapping out toxic for non-toxic lead shots. Waterfowl, obviously, as we know, requires non-toxic shots. So double check your shells, make sure there's no toxic lead inside those shells. Another thing is when you're using your shotgun, ensure your plug is in. And what I mean by plug is the plug that prevents you from putting any more than 2 shells into the tube of the shotgun. So general waterfowl regulation requires that you can only have a maximum of 3 shells within the shotgun.
Those are good reminders as well. Probably another one we need to talk about is waterfowl hunting does involve some water, some safety concerns with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, a lot of us hunt waterfowl from the shore, but many of us from boats, kayaks, you know, small aluminum boats and stuff. Fall weather can be pretty nasty out there. The wind can pick up. The water is really cold. We have many lakes that are starting to freeze over. It's a good reminder to wear a life jacket. You have a lot of gear on. You're wearing waders. A life jacket's really important. It's required for any hunter that's out there that's under 12, and for any adult, the life jacket has to be in the boat. But when the boat tips over, if it's stuck underneath your seat and it's not on, good luck getting to it. And so a good reminder to waterfowl hunters is wear a life jacket. You know, either one that's made out of foam or one that inflates when you hit the water. That way you can enjoy your hunt, be safe, and come home with a nice bag limit.
That's perfect. Again, Warden Captain Adam Pankratz joining us this morning with some great tips for those folks enjoying waterfowl hunting. Adam, thank you very much. And that's This Week in Fish and Wildlife.
This week in Fish and Wildlife was sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places.